Hi, just came back from a run, so I am going to do some yoga. So you can join me if you like. Okay. As always, I like to center myself, root down through my feet. Feel myself settled and anchored and centered. I'm just taking a little scan of myself. Allowing my breath to slow down. Okay. Reach, stretch up, link it. Oh, I have to side stretch here. Lift up and side stretch. Lift up. Arms come down. Okay, left leg over right leg. And come into an IT band stretch. So that's that kind of elastic that's attached to your hip. And it goes all the way down and runs down the side of your leg to the side and the back of your knee. Sticking the left leg is over the right hip is out, arms up, lengthen, and then you can stretch over towards that right hip. I'm trying to find balance in the feet. Okay, I have to come down, other side. Right foot over, left hip out, arms up, and then reaching the arms over towards that left hip. Oh, good stretch. Breathing. Inhale, reach up and release it. Let's do some rebounding here. Getting everything all kind of settled. It's kind of like when you, you're making a cake. After you make the cake in the cake batter, and you take the pan and you kind of just like bang it a couple times, and you get all the air bubbles out. I guess that's what I'm doing with my body. Okay, let's shake it out. Okay, inhale, arms all the way up, and exhale all the way down. Oh, hamstrings. Oh, lengthen. Hands come down, and I'm going to come down into table. Tuck the toes, reach forwards and back. To somewhat of a child's pose, reaching into my toes, reaching my arms, moving forwards and back. I'm going to do this a couple more times. Stretching up my back too. And engaging my core, so bringing the belly button up towards the spine. One more time. Okay, inhale, up into a table, toes behind the heels, and a few cows and cats. I'm just feeling the trickle of movement up and down my spine. I'm going to do one more. Really pushing the fingers down. Coming back to a table, curl the toes, reaching the right leg out, and pushing through the toes, stretching out my calf, and then pushing into the left toes as well, and lifting my knee up and come into somewhat of a downward dog. And bringing the knee down, inhale, cow, and then back into that runner's downward dog. 2 more times. Last time. Okay, and then coming back down. And the right leg comes back, left leg reaches back, pushing through the heel. I'm stretching out that calf. To make a conscious effort to keep my shoulders away from my ears. Okay, and then push into those right toes too, and coming into that runner's downward dog. Knees come down, and cow, and runner's downward dog. So 3 more times. Two more times. And last time. Good. And come back down to table. Open up the legs wide. And come into a child's pose. Reaching those hips back. Arms forwards. Okay, up I come. I'm going to move forward a little bit more. And I'm going to sit in between my feet. I'm going to have to use a pillow or a block to do this. I'm just really stretching out the tops of my feet here. Sitting up tall. Taking a few breaths. And then I'm going to move myself back. I'm coming onto my forearms. And then just looking back. Opening up my chest. And bring myself back up. Coming forwards, curl the toes, and I'm going to come back into my Malasana, my go-to pose. Knees wide, hands to the heart, and then pushing with my elbows, my knees away. Equal weight between both feet. I'm just taking a few breaths here. And then I'm going to start to move into my toes, lift up the heels, and then come back down onto the heels. Move up, lift up, and come back down. And one more time, lift up. Stay here, and bring my arms up into the air. Okay, and then come on down, and I'm going to move into a crow. Stretching up my arms. Okay. And coming back into my Malasana. Sit. Stretching my legs out. So sitting into Dandasana or staff pose. I'm just going to move the flesh a little bit, so I'm really starting to sit on my sit bones. My knees are a little bit bent. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale to lift. And exhale, forward fold. Reaching down towards my feet this time. Just holding on to my feet for a few moments. You can see my knees are a little bit bent. My hamstrings are really tight here. And I really don't want to put the weight into my back. Couple more breaths here. And reach and let go. Shake, shake, shake. And bring one leg back. So it's kind of like a V-sit, I guess, with one knee bent. Flexing up one foot, hold it here, and then bring the arms up. I'm going to twist towards that right knee that's bent, and then just lean over. Stretching out the right side of the body. And come all the way back up. Arms come down. Other side. Arms come up. Face the knee. And then go down. Stretch. And then bring myself back up. Arms come down. And the leg comes back. Onto my back. Give myself a little hug here. And do some little circles. And some circles in the ankles. Because I ran in the snow. And then I'm going to bring myself into a happy baby. Thinking about having my whole spine connecting to the ground. Feet are lifting up. Knees are going towards my armpits. And softening through my tailbone. A few breaths here. And legs reach up. Bend into the knees. And I'm going to go into a twist over towards the right side. And looking over towards the left. Couple breaths here. And next breath, knees come back. And move over towards the left side. And the head goes right. And soften for a couple of breaths. Okay, head comes back to center, knees back to center, legs go up, reach, and then all the way down. And I'm just going to bring myself into a little Savasana for a couple of breaths. Softening my whole body. Okay. Well, thanks for practicing with me. You know, when I practice, I'm not really thinking too much of a sequence. I'm thinking about more of listening to what my body's trying to tell me. So it's, you know, your body communicates through sensation. So the idea is to listen to those sensations, and that will guide you for your practice. And it doesn't have to be too complicated. It doesn't have to be beautifully executed, like this beautiful dance sequence. If you want to do that, go for it, but it doesn't have to be that way. So just listen to what your body needs and go in that direction, and just be mindful and aware of what you're doing. And you actually cannot go wrong. It doesn't have to take long. Just take a few minutes and just listen to the body communicating with you. That's how it speaks. We need to listen a little bit more internally. So have a good one. Namaste. See you soon.